Recording now. I started the recording. Let's go ahead and go to the Microsoft Office, office.com, and bring up your assignment from that we left off. It's called the internship letter, I think it's.
Okay, now I can.
There it is, right there.
Oh.
I'm gonna zoom in so you guys see my internship letter. Close up. Last time I had it to a 200, so it was plenty of room to for everybody to see. There it is. I'm at 200 now. Zoom in.
I think something's wrong with my computer. I can't get you to get smaller.
Remember, you have the same problem every time. Remember what you did last time?
No, I've been good. I've been good. I've been clicking up on top.
I don't even know what you did last time, but you got it to work.
I know, but it's not working now.
It wasn't a double clicking or something on the top of your.
I did.
I even remembered tonight, and I did it. I remembered.
It's starting. Oh, gosh. Let's see. I'm not doing good today, Mr. Vasquez.
All right, so don't forget that we're gonna do the last part. We're basically done with this letter. We created the letter, added the table where we basically put the information about the different classes, the date, time, and location for each class, and then we did the closing part of it. And our name of that, the signature line for the name is right here. Usually 4 enters, and then we start tapping in the 4 one. So it's three spaces that we left behind there. See, 3 enters, you count it 1, 2, 3. Those 3 symbols reflected our 3 enters. But then we press enter one more time, which is 4, and that's where we start typing. Okay, but it's 3 enters separating the sincerely part to your name. Right, so that part with it. Now all we need to do is kind of like work on the table, resize the table and make it more adjust it a little bit. All right, and also apply a style to this thing. So the first thing you need to do, look at, see the little like four-way arrow. Go ahead and click on that. This will highlight the whole or select the whole table. See that how I did it on mine? So when I'm hovering over it, it appears. See that? If I move away, it goes away. See, like it's coming and going, coming and going. All right, so when it comes, I'm gonna click on it, and immediately look at, I see all these things up here. I have table design, table layout. We're gonna go to table design. Okay, we change this thing right here, and it does have a few styles here. When I click on it, it shows me a few styles. The style that they show in the textbook. Let me see the style here. I'm gonna kind of like match this. Oops, my camera. I dropped my camera. I'm sorry about that. Okay. I hit it with the textbook. The picture of the actual letter, we found it on page. I forgot the page already. So it was 100 and something. No, yeah, see. 180, 170.
On 182.
182. All right, thank you. So let me just, okay, I see it. Juan Padilla. No, that's the one. No, that's not the one we did. No?
181 is the letter.
Yeah, I see it.
We already did. And the 182, we're gonna start doing that.
Yeah, so we're gonna work on the table. As I said, you know, just pick any of this. It has the top, it has this color. So grid table 4, ascend 1. Let's try that one. Let's see, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. See that? But it's gonna be, we're gonna change the color, okay? So on the design, you're gonna select this design is called grid table 4, ascend 1. And then once we select it, it's right here and on the grid section for the grid tables.
Mr. Vasquez, I only have table, not table design.
Okay, so click on table and it will open up more options. You see the table design somewhere.
And which table did you say to select, sir?
We're selecting the one that says grade 4, ascend 1. Grade table 4, ascend 1 on the grade tables.
Thank you.
And once we do that, look, we're gonna also change the color because the one that I want, we don't have that many options for colors as you can see. It's kind of some sort of green or blue. Let's see how it looks in blue and green. This is the one they want us to choose. Look at this green. Okay, how nice it looks.
Mr. Vasquez, para que le salieran de all the tables, ¿dónde se fue primero, a home o insert?
Oh, no, let me show you. The way I did it very easy, I said, when you move your mouse on top of the table, notice how this symbol appears in the corner. You click on that. Once you click on that, it selects the whole table. And then you get these menus up here. Look at these menus were not here. Before I click on this thing, they appear. If I don't click on it, they disappear. See that? But if I click on these things, they appear. So you got table design and table layout. I'm gonna click on table design. And that's where I found the design. See, look, I changed the color and now I changed the colors to my green. And it was this one. So see if you can change it to green. It's not quite good.
Is that
Blue what
grade table 4?
Yeah, grade table 4. It's some sort of blue, maybe. Let me see this one.
Is it blue accent one?
You give me the camera and $3,500.
Can we mute the sound so I get distracted? Again, so we got the one I used. It was I have two different blue ones here. I think I use this one, the blue Ascent 5, which is a lighter blue, and that's the one. It looks more like kind of like the one on the textbook. So the things we do first, we select the table, and then we select the style, and second the color.
Oh, you're going blue. Okay.
You know what? I don't know. Your textbook,
I think the guy got the paperwork signed.
We can't hear.
I know we don't.
Let me mute this guy here. And you guys just for a minute. All right, so here it is again. It matches. Notice that the Rosewood Memorial Hospital up here, the letterhead, it's kind of like dark blue. This will kind of match the theme of the thing. Okay.
Yes.
So another thing that we need to do also is resize the table. How do we do that? One easy way to resize the table is well, this version you have to do it manually, like I did that the other day. Remember how I did that? If I bring the mouse right here, look, and notice my mouse turns into a double arrow, and I can click it, look at it, but this see, it's not a good way of doing it. Let me undo and do that. Don't try it there. So I have to do it how I did it last time. I think there's a way. Let me see, table layout. Maybe it's on table layout. Table.
I think you went to table layout because then you had to do lock in.
That's on. I'm there right now on table layout. The zero rows, merge cells. I will distribute column. Let's see what it does. No, not a good thing. So. No, it doesn't really have the feature that I seen on others. So we'll have to do it manually, I guess. Okay. Or maybe size. No, I don't see anywhere where I can resize this thing. Not on the layout, not on the design. Because that's the alignment. All right, so I think last time I did it this way when I came right here. It is right here in the middle. And trying to remember how I resized it last time. I highlighted it and hit the center button. And I center it work. Okay, let's try that. So center button. Yeah, I did center it a little bit, but it didn't resize it though. Last time we were able to make it smaller. Remember that? Let me see. Maybe if I start right here, look at shrinking this part right here, then bring this part over. Oops, right there, and then bring this part over, and then bring the last part over. There it is. That's how I did it, I think. Let's see if you can shrink it that way, all right? And also center it. Centering is a good thing. So it looks more like the letter on the table. I mean, the thing on the table, the picture of the table. I mean, on the textbook. I'm sorry. So this is how I did it. Look at, I shrink this part right here first, but notice how I can see my mouse turning into like a double line. I click and then I can go. If I go too much, it's gonna make it double. So I don't need to go too much. Just a little bit, right there. And then the next one, I grab it and I go right there. But that's too much, see? So I have to go less. So, all right there. It's too much right there. And this one, let's see how much I can go right there. That's how I would do it. And I know that distribute, and when we click on distribute, it says distribute columns, but it doesn't do it. So that part doesn't work. So just manually, let's resize it. So it will look smaller. That's how they want it. More concise, you know, we kind of like condense the thing. So it's not, we don't have a lot of empty. That's the idea. No, not too much empty space on it. Okay. And it looks really nice. Even if I zoom out, look at to see how my letter looks now. Look at how professional it looks.
Yep.
Looks like a very nice, professionally done document. And we created this document from scratch. Is a nice thing. So
somehow I have 2 pages.
Let me tell you, if anybody who has 2 pages, class, go to the last line where it says Community Education Class Coordinator. You're gonna click the last line and you're gonna press the delete key, hold it down until the second page disappears. See if you can do that. Okay? If you happen to have 2 pages, how do you know that you have 2 pages? Well, it might say right here on the corner, it might say 2 or 2 out of 2, something like that. If it says that, then that means you have 2 pages right here. But if you can't tell, the best way to do is a print preview. So you go to File, you go to Print, and you click Print. And it doesn't print. It will just show you a print preview and how your document will look once you print it out. See? So I see that it's only 1 page. Otherwise, it will tell me that it's 2 pages, but it's only 1 page. So I'm good.
How do we get rid of it again? We put the cursor by coordinator and hit delete.
Now just press the delete key on the keyboard.
Okay.
And you should get rid of the extra page if you have an extra page, okay? So, because I made changes, I'm just gonna save it again. And this is how I save. Just click right here, press enter. And it's saved. So save it one more time in case something happens after you made the changes. How do I put the blue column in the table? You mean this blue right here up here on the top part?
Yes. Yes, that one.
How would we click right here? And then we're gonna go to table design. You pick the design, the table style first, and then you pick the color. Next to it. This is the color that gave us that blue. says blue ascend 5. And if you notice, they don't have that many options.
I also have 2 pages. Can you show me how to do it to one?
Well, this is just for the whole thing. Cell shading. We don't want cell shading. No color. You go to the end of the last line, which should be community education class coordinator. You click right there, and on your keyboard, you're gonna press the delete key.
Mr. Vasquez?
So right here, you see my keyboard. There's a key. Actually says delete. It's usually right here, on top of where the arrows are. Okay. So I press that key, and that key deletes anything that is in front of it. Go ahead, Barbara.
When I try to highlight or to change the color on the November class registration configuration, when the little thing comes up and it highlights the whole table, one line completely disappears and it's trying to darken the entire box, not just that one title.
Because I think, look at, so it's highlighted right here, go to the design, and don't use this cell shading will do that. See, like if I do this cell shading, it does thing, see? No, we're not using the cell shading. So make sure you're not clicking on cell shading, which is this. Select
okay, so
it should be just change colors.
Okay.
And also select the style should be this style right here. The grid table 4, ascend 5.
Okay, thank you.
And it should work. The resizing is the part that we left off. So make sure you resize your table. And that's it. We're basically done with this thing. There are a few other additional things that they want us to do, but remember they don't work on this version that we're using, on this free version online of the Microsoft Office.
Oy vey.
All right, so here's so this one we created, and the name of this assignment was creating a letter with a letterhead and table, and we name it a confirmation letter. Okay. Another type of letter that they always want us to to learn how to create is called a cover letter. Cover letters, you know what it is when you're applying for a position or something like that. You write a letter explaining briefly in a few sentences, you know, why you are applying for that position. Okay. So before we do this, this one go and I send a few of the send a bunch of emails to those who send me the other letter. The other one was the internship letter. Okay, so this is the second letter we done. This is called the confirmation letter. So if you want to, you can either send it to me PDF or share it with me, whichever way is easier for you. I think just sharing it is easier. So let me go ahead and put my email here. What's this? Steve Vasquez, or 59, I think it is, at Outlook. All right, so that's my email right there. Go ahead and send it.
All right, I send it, so I hope you got it.
Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is to apply for a job. So it's called a cover letter. How many of you have written a cover letter in the past? I have, I know. Show hands on the reactions. There's some little hand. Hand. So if you done a cover letter, let me know. So you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Yeah, so I haven't done one in a long time, but if you're recently been looking for a job, then you probably know what we're talking about. Let's see, I put my little hand. I done so many. I have, as a matter of fact, I came across one that I wrote years ago. It was funny because you know how things change. Now you have, you know, maybe more skills than you did a few years ago, and the one you wrote a few years ago, it doesn't sound right. So I'm like, man, you know, that's not really good. That's one of the things about you know, upgrading your skills and all that. So let's go ahead and
Mr. Vasquez,
yes.
can you tell us one more time, how can we send it like a PDF?
Yeah, if you want to create a PDF, and it's a good idea to practice this because everywhere nowadays you have to submit PDF files. Thanks, Jennifer. So this is what you do. Look, you file, you go save as, and then look, it gives you two options. Oh, yeah, it gives you the option to download it as PDF. Also, if you print like it, and if you print it and you don't want to print it to your printer, or you don't have a printer, you look at it, gives you the option also on the same printing as to save as PDF. And once you save, it's gonna ask you for a location where you wanna put it and how you wanna name it in case you wanna change the name. Sometimes it does it automatically, it depends on. Yeah, we all have, that's what I was talking about. All right, okay. Well, if you wanna create it as a PDF file, it'll be nice, you can do that, just file, save as. And then, see that the reason why is if you save it online, it was only gonna save it as a Word document. You have to download it to save it as a PDF or print it to send it as a PDF. Okay. So once you download it, you have to find it again and attach it on a new email. So there's a difference, okay?
When I go to save as, it gives me the option, this PC, add a place, and browse. But it does not give me the option to save as a PDF.
Okay, wait a minute. When you go file, save as, before you click it, it says download as PDF. Yeah, you only save, as I was just explaining that, it only will save as a Word document. If you want to save it as a PDF, you have to download it.
Okay.
Okay, it's a fourth option there on the list.
Mr. Vasquez, I was gonna ask you if, for example, if I scan a document and they want me to send it PDF, it doesn't give me the option when you scan it. And once you have it saved in your documents, I don't know how to do the PDF.
Let me show, because that's I'm sure.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Vasquez.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you how that works, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna find a document here that I have, a random document, and then I'm gonna convert it into here. I'm opening my Word in my computer, and let me switch to that. This is my Word that you're seeing in my computer.
Because I was helping this girl that she's a substitute and she wanted to apply to the district, you know. So for you to apply to the district, everything has to be PDF or it doesn't accept it.
All right. So let's, yeah, this is a Word document here. Look at, and I want to convert them to a PDF. What do I do? Very easy. You go File, Save As, and I'm gonna save it in my documents. And look at right here, it's giving me the option to save it as a Word document. If I click right here, it gives me the option of PDF. See that? See? So on the list of different options, it has one that is PDF.
But like, for example, I say I scan on my
scan it, yeah. Okay, yeah, that your person was scanning.
And I scan it as a JPEG, so it doesn't let me convert it into a PDF.
No, I do it all the time. I need to show you that. I you know, I got confused, but it's okay. Let me stop that.
Thank you, though. That's a good one, though, to know.
No, it's a good one to know. Let me show you. Let's say, let me find a scan image here that I have. Just give me 1 second. Find it. No, that's a good question because I ran it also that way. So let me show you here.
Because before they would let you, they wanted it to be JPEG. Now they want it to be PDF.
No, they want a PDF nowadays. Yeah, most often. But let me show you here. I'm showing a picture. I want to, excuse me, convert it into a PDF document. What I do? The same thing. Look at. I'm gonna go to the menu here. Right here, whatever you can find.
Ejemplo de cómo se hace el PDF, dice, o sea, eso es cómo mandar un documento.
I go right here on the different options, and one of those options is print to PDF.
Oh, how did you get that window, Mr. Vasquez? I'm sorry.
It's just a picture viewer. You should have a picture viewer on your computer that allows you to do that.
And you clicked on those 3 dots right there.
Or the printer, I go print.
Okay, print.
And of course, it's not gonna print. I can choose what I wanted to print. So I'm gonna print it as a Microsoft print to PDF document.
Microsoft print. Okay, Microsoft.
And then and I'm gonna print it right now, and I'm gonna show you that it will convert it into a PDF. So I'm gonna print, and it's gonna ask me where I want to save it next. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the desktop, and then just show you guys. It's asking me for a name. I'm gonna put this is marshmallow. I'm just gonna put green guy. Green. Green is the green Android.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Thank
So I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and then I'll minimize my window here just to show you how it looks. So just let me minimize all my windows here.
Hey, Mr. Vasquez.
Yeah. Give me
on Sonia Padilla's laptop, when she click file, save as, and then again save as, the little square is not showing the files.
Okay, give me 1 second. We'll go into that right now. Let me just finish this. So look at, I save it right here. See this right here? I call it Green Android. This is the PDF. Because I don't have a PDF program viewer, it's gonna view it in Edge. So I'm gonna double click, and it's gonna open up on my. Okay, didn't open. So let me try it on my I'm gonna open it with Google Chrome. Now what?
Now what?
Write it down, or maybe move permanent to a new address. Wow, that is really strange. It shows the document there, but it's not opening it.
It shows that it's PDF.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe it didn't convert it correctly. I closed my whole thing. But yeah, I don't know. But I've done it like that. I've done several pictures like that. After I scan them, if you're using the Windows scanner, it when you go save, it gives you the option to save it as a PDF or print it as a PDF. Because in reality, it's not going to print. It's just going to convert it into a PDF format. Go back to the office here. Oh, it just kicked me out of there. Oh, wow. You want it there it is. Yeah, but if you try like that, because when I was buying the house, I have to take a bunch of pictures of documents. And or scan them, actually scan some and then convert them into PDF that way. So I know that a lot of places require that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
No problem. Yeah, Jorge, you had a question. What was the question? I'm sorry. That Sonia. Yeah, so save it as a PDF document. But then you have to send it an email. So once you're done with that, you go to your email, your Outlook, and then you can create an Outlook document, a new message. See, new message, and then you're gonna attach it there. Some of you already sent it because you guys already done it before. So But if you're sending it as a PDF, you have to attach it. See these two that show that little thing there, like a paperclip? That means that they send it as an attachment. So I have Sandy send it as an attachment, Linda send it as an attachment, and then the other one send it as a link. You can share the link that way, or you can send it as an attachment. The reason why it's a good idea to learn how to send it as an attachment, because you learn to do that process, the attaching documents. So you have to know where you save it first. So when you click on downloading your document, when you go save file, save as, and then download a PDF, it's gonna ask you, it's converting it, and then when it's downloading it, it's gonna go to your downloads. So when I click right here, it goes, it doesn't show me where it's at, but there's a folder in your computer, it's called the downloads. That's where everything goes automatically. So this one, even before I close it, see the three little dots? Is the options. I can go to the options and go show in folder. It's gonna show me in the folder where it went. And here it is, again, live confirmation letters. So it's in my downloads folder. So always, if you download something, it's gonna go to your downloads folder of your computer, okay? And then from there, I know where it's at now. So when I'm doing the attachment, when I go to send it and I wanna attach it, I'm gonna go attach, browse this computer. I know where to go. I know that I need to go to the downloads. And there is.
Okay, so the thing is that when we click on save as, it's not showing any folders.
No, it's not gonna show the folder yet until you, so if I go file, save as, don't save it as, just save, download. If you wanna send it as a PDF, you download it as a PDF. And then it's gonna show right here, once it's downloaded. If you save it, it's gonna only wanna be saved as a Word document. And what we're trying to do is save it as a PDF, or send me the link. It's fine. It's easier. I just don't want it to complicate, things.
Mr. Vasquez, do you know? Could you repeat your email?
Yeah. Let me put it again. I had it right here on the share. Email is it's PAVAS 59 at Outlook. I don't know why it doesn't save it. I have to type it out again. There it is. That's my email.
And what's the icon that I have to look to send it to you?
It's where you go to the Outlook. Outlook is the name of the program that is called an email program. So find Outlook on the what is it, on the waffle menu, and then click on Outlook, and there's a button, a blue button says new message. When you click on that, it creates a new, just like on your phone, when you're sending an email. New message. Let me go ahead and close this, since we're already done with it, and then we're ready for the new document. Okay. Okay. So let's go back to Word. This is gonna be the cover letter that I was telling you about. So let's go ahead and start with a new blank document.
Okay.
You able to do it or no?
So,
okay, were you able to do it or no?
I click a new message, and it's from me to you, but it's not showing it at this point. So
no, but
I'm just gonna type your email.
Yeah, but how are you doing it? Are you linking it? You're sending it, sharing it, or you're downloading it? So if you want to,
I'm in PDF, new message, Outlook. Oh, attach.
Yeah, if you need to attach it, you click on attachments and then go to the downloads.
Browse this computer, browse cloud, upload.
So if you downloaded it to your computer, it should be in your downloads. Okay, so that's the stuff that we need to make sure we know before sending something. If you wanna send it, download it, attaching it, can I just copy it here? No. And you can copy it into the message because that doesn't work. Like if you copy it right here, It's not gonna work. Look at if I were to open the letter and then copy it, it's not that's not how you want it. It won't work. A picture works if you want to copy a picture, but not a document. A document must be attached. Okay, must be attached. So let me
excuse me, how do I share the PDF? As a personal link or as attached copy?
it's an attachment. If it's a PDF, you want to attach it, okay? Because you can't share from your computer unless it's in on your cloud. You can share things on your cloud, on your Google Drive or the OneDrive from Microsoft, or your what is the other one? iCloud from Apple. Those are clouds. You know, those are online storage space. You can share from there, but you cannot share from your computer because it will be a potential threat. You know, and anybody can access your computer. Hackers can do that really easy. All right, so let's go ahead and start a new Word document.
Mr. Vasquez, one question. After you saved it as a PDF, how did you get it to download it on your desktop?
You can once you're ready to save, it will give you the option where you want to save it.
After you print it out?
When I printed out, it gave me an option to where to save it, and I chose the desktop. You can choose whatever file, whatever folder you want it to go. By default, meaning the setting of the computer is always to the downloads when you're downloading something. But when you're saving, also the default is that your documents. But you can change the location as long as you know where you're changing it. The danger of changing the location is that if you want to save again, it's gonna save to that location. It remembers the last location you used. So if you change the location where it's saving automatically, then you're gonna have to find it. It's gonna go back to that. It saves the location basically. Computer saves where you save it before, and it doesn't know that you want to save it somewhere else. So don't blame the computer if you can find your document, because it won't go to your documents. It will go to the last place you saved. Okay, computers are like that. They're not really that smart yet.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Vasquez. I was trying it right now. That's why.
No. It does work. I'm telling you, because I used it before. I don't know why it's today just being
silly.
I look bad here in front of my students.
But Mr. Vasquez,
okay. Go ahead.
May I share something
with
the students? As a instructor at the college, I have to do a lot of different things, and this just worked for me because I spent hours trying to find documents. And so whenever I try to save something as a PDF, I always put it on my desktop first, and then I can decide where I want to make it. And then I always right click. I can make a new file, and I can keep it on my desktop and rename that folder. And then I can decide where to put it, because when you don't know where to go, and even on the bottom toolbar, when you put search, if the computer knows where it is, but then you always have to find the location. So that's just a trick that I learned so I could find a document, and then I remember where I put them. I just thought I'd share it. I don't know if it's valuable or not.
Thank you.
That's why I did the desktop, because I do it myself too. And it's a good rule of thumb, but I've seen people that have their desktops are packed with the stuff.
Yeah.
Like see, like here I have some utility bills, sometimes I pay some stuff online, and I have this folder specifically for utility bills that I already paid. I have some other folders here where I use different things. So if you create a folder to save your documents, you're not as messy. The same thing on my documents here. If I go to my documents here, I have them kind of like somewhat organized somehow. See, I have my adult class files right here. From my other classes, some personal stuff. Notice how I have folders. Let me make them a little bigger in case you can see them. Let me just make them a little bigger here. When I go to here, I can go large icons. There it is. See, And I have some difference here. I have some personal files here, which you can see PDFs. I have some from my classes, different things, trainings and stuff like that. So I do save them that way. That way I can organize it and make it, you know, I see I wrote some letters or recommendations, but I don't have one for letters or recommendations. So I left it outside. I need to create a folder so I can dump them in there. So that's how I do it. You know, actually I do it that way. I organize my work. And it's a good idea what Linda says. I first put it on the desktop, and then from here I can go and put it wherever I want to. Let's say I don't want it here, this PDF, even though it doesn't work. I'm gonna put it in because it's a picture, I'm gonna put it in my picture. So if I right click right here and I go look at cut, notice that I didn't cut it, it didn't disappear, it's still there. So I go to my folder right here and I'm gonna go to, let's say, pictures, and I'm gonna dump it right here. So I go paste, and there it is, see? Now it disappeared from the desktop. Why? Because I cut it from the desktop and I pasted it somewhere else. So you can cut and paste items and move them somewhere else. It's easier than just trying to drag them. Dragging is really complicated on a computer. It's better just to cut and paste. It's like a short way of moving things from one location to another, okay? Yeah, file managing is a task in itself. And I remember I'm telling you, I seen desktops that have so much stuff here, it like pack the whole screen, and not organized. It's just files here and there, here and there. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, no, last year, before COVID, so almost it feels like 2 years ago, I went and worked on this lady that she's a good friend of mine, and she asked me if I could go and help her. She's an accountant, and she had a mess on her desktop. I don't know how you can work on this thing. There are like documents everywhere. He goes, no, don't move it. No, I'm not gonna move them. I go, you know where they're at right now. But if I were you, I will organize them. And but she had a mess. I always kind of like give the example, like in your house, if you have your bills, you know, and they're not organized in some way, you have a mess with all your bills everywhere. When you're looking for, somebody says, hey, how much your electricity bill 2 months ago? Who knows? Because they're all everywhere. But if you have a folder specifically for electricity bills, for the electrical bills, then you have one for the water, and one for, you know what I'm saying? You have them separated that way, organized. It is really easy to find information. Same thing on a computer. When you organize your files, it's very easy to do that, right? So let's go ahead and go back here. Oops, that one. It's not where I was, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and start a new Word document. And let me tell you what this one is. It says note, problem. They set it up as a problem. As an intern in the career development office at your school, your boss has asked you to prepare a simple letter to a potential employer. Students seeking employment will use this letter as a reference document when creating their own letters, okay? So we're gonna perform the following tasks. We're using your name, mailing address, phone number, and email address. We're gonna create a letterhead. So it's gonna be a letterhead with your name, okay? For the letter. Once the letterhead is designed, write the letter to this potential employer. And then they give us the name of the employer. So let's go ahead and start creating our letterhead, all right? So let's start by typing your name. Put your name at the very top.
Are you on page 182, Mr. Vasquez?
Page 182, yes. Lab number 3 is called.
Okay, thank you.
So start a new Word document. Yeah, I'm on page 182. The middle of the page. So I'm gonna put my name. And another thing I wanted to show you last time, it's a little embarrassing, but it's something that you need to know, okay? Have you ever Googled your name? You'll be surprised. Your Google, your internet blueprint, your online blueprint. I'm gonna give you this example. Okay, go ahead and put your name right now and look at. I'm gonna show you. If I Google my name, look at. I'm just gonna put Pablo Vasquez. Sorry, my caps are locked. Here we go. gonna put Coachella because that's where I work, okay? I'm gonna press enter. And of course, I'm none of those guys. There it is. But it did find a bunch of stuff. Look at, I live in India. I'm 60 years old. I'm 61, so it's pretty close. You look at, I also lived in Coachella. Yes, I lived in La Quinta. Yep, and Thermal also. Maria Vasquez is my wife. Adriana Vasquez is my daughter. Miriam Vasquez is my other daughter. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at things you're gonna find about you. Not only that, look at, if I switch into images, I'm sure that one of those images is gonna be me. Well, I'm not that guy, but okay. And it depends also on the search engine. Okay, so I'm none of those guys, okay? But let me show you something else here. If I copy it here, and I'm gonna go now to Google, okay? So I'm gonna try it in Google because I'm using Bing. But if I go to Google, google.com here, and I do the search in Google, look at the difference, okay? So it also depends on the search engine. That's my Twitter account. And as I switch to images, no, I'm not there. Yeah, all these are me. Oh, here it is. That's me 30 years ago, I think. Look at that. How young I look on that picture.
Ooh, you look like a cartel guy.
I didn't even know. No, these guys are cartel guys, but this is me about 30 years ago, 20 something years ago. I didn't know about, I don't even remember this picture, but look at my hair was completely black. Now, like, yeah, but you'll be surprised. It is scary sometimes. Yeah, it is. It is, but that's me. So on that picture, and also like on some of these documents, if I switch back to the, this is my profile, I think at the Dole School, right here. My Facebook profile is there too. This is another picture of me, look at. This is a recent picture. That's a recent picture of me. Oops.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Vasquez, who put that picture there? Like Google does it, or?
I put this picture on Twitter, and I was in a meeting, and they go, you know what? Can you guys show us your workspace? This was back in August, I think it was, and I put it there, and they wanted us to put a picture to show our workspace in our home. So I put the picture. Now if I just put in my name and the name Coachella, all the stuff that I came out. Not only that, look at this is the scary part right here. They show a phone number, and these are phone numbers that I had in the past. Not my current phone number, but phone numbers that I had in the past. Basically, look at where I live before. See right here, if I click right here, I live in this. This was the first house I owned. 82. I even forgot about the address. 82118 Oleander Avenue in Indio. I used to live there. I saw the house years ago. This is an address where I live. Look at Vargas Road. I lived there too. And it has the days when I lived there. See that? It is scary. Oh my God. La Quinta, I also lived there. Look at when, 1998.
Oh my goodness.
And as I told you, look at this is my daughter. These two are the same, my daughter. This is my nephew. And another nephew here. My wife with her, this is another nephew. And this is an uncle. So there you have it. And this one has my correct age and the year I was born. Look at, I'm 61 and I was born in December 1959. How do they know that? I didn't tell them. And I used to live in La Quinta, yeah.
That's it. I'm Googling my information.
I'm telling you, it's scary, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. So you guys be aware that anything you write or you put online is there forever. I cannot take it down. And it's not only it's going to be there forever, but it's other people can see it, okay? So be aware of that fact. It doesn't scare me because I've seen it before, but you know, it's shocking when you see all that. So much information there that is available. All right, look at once you put your name, go ahead and click on no spacing. Remember, we have to do no spacing when you're writing letters. When you write any other type of document, no spacing. When you're writing an essay for a class, it's actually double space. It's the MLA format. But for letters, it has to be no spacing. So make sure that you check that box, no spacing. If you don't see the box, don't forget that you have to click on this little thing to see the box right here.
The style.
And it has to be on the styles right here. You're looking no spacing style. Look at what happens. If I press enter, my cursor goes right below it. And I know it's time to get a cup of coffee because I know Barbara needs a really cup of coffee. All right, so let's go ahead and stop right here. Sorry I took time to show you that thing, but it is scary. Scary what
it's good to know.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break, and then when we come back, we're gonna finish the letter. Type it.
Go.
Yes, all right, thank you.
Barbara, come over here and I'll make you coffee.
Estoy en la casa, Lupita, thank you.
I told you the other day.
Ya sé, gracias.
You know, it's really winch to the application here.
Okay.
Close this window here. All right. So once we put the name and then we place we actually apply the no spacing. When you press enter, we'll go right below it. If you don't have the no spacing, I wanted to show that if you have the no spacing and you press enter, it's gonna go 2 spaces down. We don't want it to do that, okay? We wanna make sure that we press the no spacing first. So let me undo what I just did. No spacing, there it is. And it should go right below it. Then go ahead and put your address. You can put a fake address, it's fine, okay? Like I have so many addresses. I'm gonna put one my first house address that I just saw right now. And then once you do that, remember for the city. And next is where we're going to insert the symbol, okay? But we can use this time we can use the little bullet symbol. So you go to insert and then symbols right here. And let's use just a little bullet, this right here.
Is your address?
Huh?
Is your address?
It's one on the bullets. Yeah, if you go to insert bullet and it puts a little bullet. No, this is one of the addresses that I used to live there 30 years ago.
Okay, ponemos la que sea.
Oh, yeah, you guys can put a fake address. I just put that because I remember seeing it right now online. So I'm gonna go ahead and then put the phone number. So you go phone. And then you put the parentheses for the area code.
Oh.
And then you can put just the typical fake phone number. Remember, this is just a practice. All right. And after that, I insert another bullet here. Not the bullets on the home tab, the bullets on the insert symbol section, okay? That's the bullet that Paula wanted the other day. That was asking me about it. She's here tonight. She has another class, that's why sometimes she's not here. No, she's not. All right, so I'm gonna put then the next one is the email. And then you put your email, you put your Outlook email. That's where I'm gonna put myself. Now I'm done with it, but look at what happens when I press enter. It's gonna create the hyperlink. We don't need the hyperlink, okay? We can remove the link. So I'm gonna go back just with the mouse, hover over it, and then right click to get the menu. And one of the options says remove link. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the underline and blue color. There it is. That's how we want it, okay? So I can click back or again on the bottom, and I'm done with that. Press a couple of enters, and then we're ready to insert it. We can put today's date, okay? The date is March. $11, 2021. Right, that's the typical format for inserting the date. Okay, you know why? Because I don't know. You inserted we didn't insert a bullet because there's bullets right here. Look at not this bullet. You have to go to insert, go to symbols, and insert this little bullet. Bullet located on the symbols. If you use the other bullets, it's not gonna keep the text the way we have it. Look at. Let's say I didn't put this bullet, but I use the bullet from the home tab right here. That's not what we want. See, notice how I added this bullet right here? So the other bullet. And I don't know why it made your text smaller. That's strange. Can you undo it and then do it again? Maybe because it has no effect. The bullet just inserts the symbol. It has no effect on the text.
Mr. Vasquez, how many spaces did you do after the email?
2 spaces and right. 2 spaces right here. Look at 1, 2, and then on the third one, I pressed and then I was able to use the symbol. I don't know. That's strange. So mine didn't change. I don't know. Can you highlight it and then change it back to normal? 11, size 11 is the size. If you wanna just, I'm talking to somebody who's asking me a question, okay? So highlight it and just go size 11, do it manually to see if it changes, okay? Not even doing manually? That is strange. I don't know if anybody has the same problem that Beatrice is having. She says that after she put the bullet, the symbol bullet, all her text became really small. I don't know why.
Did her screen zoom out, Mr. Vasquez? Because that does it to me once in a while. I mistakenly hit something. You know how you go in and out when you make yours larger to show us?
Maybe it's that, I don't know. You can check that because see if that's the problem. I would just, another thing is just if it's hard to find the error, delete the thing and then start it over again. And maybe that the second time won't have the same problem. All right. Once I do that, look, I'm gonna press enter. How much? I think it's 3 times now. Oh no, after the date it's only 2 times. 2 times again, and then we're gonna put the as this is the address that we're sending this letter, this cover letter to. So we're gonna put Miss barely see the name. Petition Adams. Enter. And then her address is, her title first is personal or personnel. Director. And then that's her title, and then Cedar. Plan. The address is 85. Luckily, I don't have any embarrassing pictures online. I just remember that. Otherwise, I would have shocked you guys. When I was showing you, I Google my name. Whenever you get a chance, Google your name and you'll be surprised all the things that you can find. All right, so. And that format that you see for the address, that's the typical format, okay? No spacing, lines, single line spacing is basically what no spacing means. At this point, since we're already done with the first part, we can go ahead and set up our letterhead.
Out of curiosity, Mr. Vasquez, when employers are like doing a background check on people, what's the most common software that they use? I mean, I know a lot of them don't just Google. They gotta, you know.
There's actually sites that that you can buy the membership, and they, especially a big company, and
Right.
they do in-depth research.
Wow. Well, oh, yeah. No skeletons that I'm worried about, but no, it's just kind of.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I want to look at my neighbors. Is what I want to.
Yeah, no, but it is kind of scary that you see all that. For the day, there was two enters, and then for the name also 2 enters. Even though it looks a little bit, no, 1 enter for that, or the name. Yeah, there's a reputation. What is it? Reputation.com. I think it is one that they use for finding out about people.
Oh, what is it called? Reputation?
Reputation. I think reputation. I seen it on the commercials, you know, but I can't remember.
Right.
Reputation.com. I think it is something like that. And
I used to work for an attorney, and I found out that like all the attorneys, they use LexisNexis, but I mean, you can buy it in installments, but like majority of like all the attorneys, they use that, but they pay like $800 a month for this stuff. But my goodness, they could tell you what you had on your credit card for lunch yesterday.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hardcore stuff. I used it once.
Nowadays, employers, they check your credit, you know, credit score and all that. That has nothing to do with your work, but most places do that.
Yeah, I know, right? My goodness.
Tell me that all the casinos do that.
I know, right?
They check your
800. Woohoo! And of course, you're only as good as you use your credit. Then you wind up in the doghouse if you don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to use it in order to keep it that high. After the date, we have 2 enters. Oh no, 1 enter, and then the next enter is where you type the that name. Look at what we're gonna do. I see some of you still typing the address, but we're ready to change the name. Look at always the name used to be. We can manually use some of the styles here. Look at if I go on the styles right here, they have a title style, but it's not that big. That's why sometimes I don't like it. Here, title style. It's kind of decent. It's size 28, which is that's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then use right here from the from the preset, you can use the title. And once you change the font to a font that you like, usually if it's one of the things about letters, a formal letter like this is a formal letter, you want to make sure that you that all your text is Times New Roman. It's the kind of like the standard for office. Yeah. So I switch everything to Times New Roman.
What number on the name?
No, use the title. Find
Title.
title, and that will automatically set it up for you. Even if you don't like the Times New Roman, just find one that you think looks kind of like professional looking.
It's too big.
Another one, I can see Book was okay, but it's a little bit too stretched out here.
What number of on the letter?
Entry is another one.
Yes.
No number. You're gonna find the style that says title. The title style. See, this one is too big, so this wouldn't work. So Times New Roman.
Excuse me. ¿Dónde buscó el style?
On the style, right here. I don't know if you guys see my screen right here. It says styles. On the little arrow, there's one style called title. Title style. I said use the title. And it automatically sets the size right here.
Tile. Okay.
And it says that it's 28, so but it's better just to let the computer choose the size, okay? And now once you set up the title style, go ahead and change all your text to a Times New Roman, because it's a little better than the other one. And then we can center the title here or your name.
Romans.
Same thing with the address, center it. Okay. Now, because this is a formal letter, it's a cover letter. You don't want to be fancy. Just something simple like that is fine. Okay. We're not gonna add color or anything. Oh, title style.
Sí, por eso se puso ese color.
Text to
Mr. V,
yes.
I have hovered over my email 12 times and have also just clicked after and push enter and the link won't go away.
It should go away. There's no reason why it wouldn't. Yeah, right click. Yeah. Mine did it at the first time. I don't have the link no more.
Yeah, mine did it the first time and now I don't have the link anymore. I think I did it too many times. That's why.
That's crazy. I had that problem. Yes, the last class.
Right.
I kept doing it. And then finally it allowed me to remove it.
Okay, I'll keep trying. Thanks, Keith. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, see those problems that you guys get, I don't get them. That's why I haven't seen it, so I don't know why it happens. But computers are very unpredictable. So I'm gonna present it twice again, and then do the salutation, which is here, Miss Adams.
I'm sorry, Mr. V, what were we supposed to have all of that writing in? I did my name and centered it in Times, but the rest of everything else was supposed to be in what?
Times New Roman is fine for all of it.
Okay.
I just highlighted everything, and then I went Times New Roman.
But all the other stuff will stay at...
yeah, it will stay with that one, the size and everything. It doesn't affect the size. Don't change the size, just the font. We just change the type of font we're using. And then after the salutation, you go ahead 2 enters, and then you can write our letter. The letter says first paragraph, I am responding to your advertisement.
And how many enters after Texas? 2?
one enter. Just separate everything by one enter only. Text this one. Hold. Space that I have.
Can you zoom down, please, so we could see it? Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Right there. Okay, so you're seeking, and I believe I am a. You notice that this is kind of like a standard text. I believe like I can be a valuable asset to either blank hotels. What? Do the second paragraph. Sorry. I think it just fixed it that way. Maybe I type it that way. All right. So 2 enters. I have a question. Let's check the question here. Oh, with the center button right here. So it says align center. Click anywhere on your name and then click align center, and also click anywhere on your address and align center also. So the address, the name and address are center, okay? You just go right here. So if anybody is missing the name, the address, so that.
Yep.
All right, so it's email. Here and then a space up to that. What?
From manager. Manager.
And you guys should remember from last time, we're gonna insert a table. The table is gonna be 2 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 columns and 4 rows.
No.
2 columns and 4 rows, the table, okay?
Parece que no, pero that's okay. Ya se va a terminar ahorita. Y si la acabo, bueno, vamos.
Insert tables 2 and 4 rows. You notice how the little table show me 2 times 4? Once I click and let go, there's my table. Okay.
One, two.
One.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yes.
2 and 4. 2 times 4.
No, mejor gracias.
2 times 4 the table. You don't want
No, no, hombre, ya no.
enters. Let's do 2 enters instead. So yeah, 2 enters. I just went back to following after the colon and I just press enter to give an additional space there.
Ay, maestro, espérame tantito.
Already inserted the table. Just go like I did. So I already had inserted the table, but it feels like it's too close to the paragraphs. So I'm gonna go back right here, press enter, look at, and it just added an additional space, an additional enter here. See that? That's my enter. So now the table looks a little better.
Okay, how do we get the table again? We do
insert table.
That's it, insert.
Table is 2 times 4, the table, okay? So 2 columns, 4 rows, 2 times 4.
Oh, ya se me olvidó.
All right.
Two tables?
2 times 4.
Okay.
Meaning 2 columns and 2 rows.
2 columns and 2 rows?
Yeah, it will say 2 times 4 on that table when you insert the table.
Mr. Vasquez.
Yes.
Metí el table en el lugar equivocado. ¿Cómo lo hago? Delete.
Undo, immediatamente undo and then do it again. Don't forget, undo is the best way to prevent any problems from happening. So if by accident you did the insertion, you inserted the wrong, you can just undo and then do it again. Let me here. Table.
No me deja.
¿No deja hacer undo?
No está, el undo está como,
Right.
está ahí, pero está como disappear.
Yeah, it is not available. That means it's not available. Just go ahead and delete it. This is how you can delete it. Look at hover, look at my screen, Lucy. You hover over the table, and when the zip comes up on the corner, on the left, you click on it, and then at this point, you can go right here, delete, and it will delete the table. Look at delete table, and it will delete. I'm gonna delete it just to show you. There, see? So that will delete it from wherever it's at, and then just insert it to the correct location. I'm gonna do there, see? The undo is always available. I don't know why on some of your computers, you guys, it says that it's not available. It's always available unless you close the computer. If I close the program, then it's no longer available. But as long as it's open, look at how many undos are available. Let me just show you this because several of you I have noticed that you guys tell me that that the undo is not available. Look at how many undos are available. I'm just gonna undo, okay? Here. Look at all the things that I'm undoing. My name and everything. See, I undid the whole thing. So undos are all available. How about redos? They're also available. I'm just gonna redo the whole thing the way I have it. See?
How did you redo it?
I'm redoing it with a, yeah, I'm redoing it again.
How did you redo it? By clicking the arrow?
There's an arrow for undo and an arrow for redo.
Yeah. The where the arrows are on the upper left-hand corner. That's yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so redo, undo.
The arrow going towards the left is the undo. The one goes to the right is the redo. So at any point you can undo it. If you're not closing the document, undo is always available. But I know several of you always tell me, no, it's not available, Mr. Vasquez. So that's why I said, I don't understand why it should be available. Because it's always available. Unless, of course,
maybe they're not on the home tab.
Maybe
they're not in the home tab, so they're not going to show.
Oh yeah, if you're on that, look at if you're in a different tab, you're right, it doesn't show. You have to be on the home tab to access the undo and redo.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I was on the home tab.
That is strange. I'm telling you, this is strange. All right, so let me show you the
So you press 2 times enter to put the tablet.
Yeah, the
table. I mean,
separated from the tab. So first one is restaurant management. Size of the document. I am on the second page. So you're somehow 1-2 pages. Because we have plenty of room. If you're on 2 pages, just go below the table and press the delete key. Delete anything that is past that. Because it should be only one page, okay?
Wow, y la cara también se da forma. Ya casi termino.
Cute.
Right. So let's try doing it this way. So the first one is restaurant management, 18 hours. These are the management experience, a relevant coursework. It includes the following, and then restaurant management, it's 18 hours. Next one is nutrition. $15 hours. Oops, lowercase. Don't forget that you press the tab to move on this thing, okay? Remember that. We don't press enter because then you make the table bigger. With the tab key on your keyboard. So the next one is what is it? Tourism management. I don't know why it's not capitalized. It should be, but that's how they want it. 12 hours. And the last one is hotel management. Veronica's having flashbacks with this this position now, Veronica, because you work in a hotel, you said, for a long time. 12 hours. All right, so those are the hours of experience. We're gonna do a little bit something slightly different on this table, but I'll show you right now.
Yeah, I'm actually having nightmares right now.
I know, that's what I
on Christmas, New Year's, and all those holidays, I used to work from 6 in the morning to 1 in the morning. So
that's when you work on the service industry. You know, service industry, when everybody's off, you're on. That's when
you're on. Yeah, and you have no excuse to not work.
No,
I did it for 20 years.
Oh, you too? Oh, you know.
Yeah, so
you want your own great idea. It's great.
Yeah. After they closed the hotel, I was having nightmares that I wasn't getting to the tables on time. So I had nightmares for a few months.
All right, everybody got the table already going and type. We're gonna do something slightly different that we done on the other. The way they want it here is the one that table with no grid lines. So look at once I type the table, don't forget to resize it. Remember how I show how you resize it by clicking on the line right here, middle of the line, and I'm just gonna resize it right here, about that much. Then bring this right here. Oops, right there. So that's how much I'm gonna resize this thing. Okay, so once you type those, let's go ahead and resize it. And then we need to do one additional thing here.
Okay.
Everybody resize that at the table?
Yes.
Look at that, what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna bring the mouse on top of this little box right here, click it. And this time, look at what I'm gonna do here. Where I'm gonna go to the styles. Remember the styles are right here on table design. I'm looking for this, look at plain table, number 4. Look at what's gonna happen when I click on this. You see that? Notice how I got rid of the lines? The lines are there, but they're not visible. So we use a plain table.
Where did you put the cursor on there? Just anywhere?
No. Don't forget that we have this little thing right here.
Yeah.
You click on that thing.
Okay.
Once you click it, then you have either right here, you have the styles. These are not the table styles. No, you have to go to table design. Find that style that says plain table 4. Plain table 4, it has no lines or anything. No grid lines is basically what it has. No grid lines. It's on the section for plain tables.
Plain table.
Yeah, right here. You see it on my screen?
And that's in tables, table design.
You got plain tables, grid tables, and list tables. We're using the plain tables number 4. And that one gets rid of the lines, okay? No lines. It kind of like bold the
Mr. Vázquez. Ay, se me olvidó a dónde me metí para hacer eso de la table.
insert table to change the style.
Change the style.
Okay. Don't forget la primera cosa is just click right here on the little box. This basically selects the whole table. And then over here you have table design and table layout on the menu. I click on table design and I pick the plain table number 4.
Pero en insert o en qué?
In insert.
No me sale.
No. When you click on that thing, this menu is gonna appear on the top. No need to go to insert.
Oh, ok, ya.
Table
design, y
the table, the plain table 4. That's the one we're looking
for. Plain table 4,
Okay, cool, I got it.
And then
plain es sin nada, pues.
Yeah, it has no lines or anything, but the table is there. So it looks like it has no table, but the table is there. Look at another thing that we can do also. If I go to the home tab, I don't know why it's bold, the whole thing. Let's click on the B for bold to unbold the table because we don't need it bold. It doesn't show that it's bold on the thing. So.
Yo sí me tengo que meter a insert. Si no me sale. En home no me salía.
No está en home. It's okay. Any way you can get to it, it's fine.
Okay, thank you.
The next thing I did is also I removed the B for bold because it was dark like that. We wanted, so click on the letter B for bold to remove the boldness. Yeah, looking at the time, so we're good. All right, so there it is. It's nice. That's how they want it. Okay. let's see. Don't forget, Beatrice, the way we did it is we press enter twice and went to insert. And from the tables, I did that 2 times 4. Like that. 2 times 4. And that will insert the table, and then I fill it in with this information. So on the insert menu, you look for table, click on the little arrow, and select 2 times 4. It says 2 times 4 table. And then go ahead and put the names. This is an easy way to organize stuff, and it doesn't show the boxes. So a lot of times you see text like that organized like this, and it looks really nice. And you go, how they line it up so nice? Well, they line it up this nice because they use the table, but they set up the grid lines to be invisible, to not show grid lines, and it makes it look like, man, they got it perfectly aligned. You notice?
Correct.
That's how they do it.
Mr. Vasquez?
Uh-huh.
On my chart, under restaurant management, between restaurant management and nutrition, it's like a space and a half. I don't know how to bring it up.
All right. Have you resized the table though?
I'm sorry?
Have you resized the table when we resize it to make it smaller or no?
Yes, I did.
So maybe if you notice, look at the way to find out is something like this, no? Like that?
No, it's not that much. It's like 1.5 times. It's just it's like just a little more space than it should be.
All right, so if we click right here, look at to select the table again, and I go to table layout.
Table layout, that's under insert.
I can distribute the rows evenly, and it kind of like puts them evenly. See, notice? Doesn't make that much change, but it just put everything evenly. So distribute rows evenly, and it might fix the problem that you're showing.
Okay, thank you.
It did separate it a little bit more my tables, okay? When I did, but it's okay. Not very noticeable anyway.
That's exactly what I have. One line is that. That's the distance I have in between.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. All right, class. We have a few minutes left. You know, before we let's go ahead and save this thing because we haven't saved it. There's more stuff that we need to do to it. Also on the letterhead, they want us to put a couple of pictures. Like we did the last time, we put pictures on the side, so we'll have to do that. Let me see. The way we're gonna save it is
Lab.
Lab 2, I guess, huh? Lab 3?
Lab 3,
All right, so we'll go to the save button here.
Lab 3-1 letter paragraph.
Lab 3-1 letter paragraph?
Letter paragraph.
Yes, paragraph.
All right, let's save it like that. Letter paragraphs with an S at the end. And then go ahead and press enter.
No. One drag.
We need to add a couple of more paragraphs to it, and then also a picture at the top. But I don't think we have time right now.
Well, one quick thing, Mr. Vasquez. I sent you some emails. I think what I've been doing in the past is just hitting the share button and not doing it as a proper email with an attachment. And
no, either way is fine. It was
really?
just a little practice because a lot of times nowadays when you're submitting forms or whatever, you have to attach the thing. So it was kind of like a practice. It's really a good practice to attach things. You know, send attachments. It's a good thing to practice that.
Well, thank you. I'm certainly learning a lot from you. Thank you.
All right, so class, let's stop right here and If anybody needs, I think Beatrice, you were typing this, so let me just leave it there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, the video, I send you the links. I send the link all the time, so I'll send the link again for the video. Make sure that you get the video. If you, in case you don't get the video, let me know, okay? Because I have on our group, you know, that I created, I put everybody's phone number, so it goes into your phone number. It's easier than to see it on your phone. Get the link on the phone. All right, let me stop right here. Stop the